with great love and respect in my heart, I welcome you to this beautiful Monday morning in Varanasi. Before we begin today, let's just take a moment to arrive and settle down. So wherever you are, just pull your spine straight. Open your shoulders. Lightening your mind. Close your eyes. Watch everything settling down the way sand settles in a glass of water. Invite that peace, calming, cooling sensation in your eyes. Relax your facial muscles. Neck, shoulders, spine. Softening the belly, totally get grounded. Grounded. Connect with the breath. Breath is just flowing in and flowing out effortlessly. Pause the breath for a moment, wherever it is. Be still. If there is any tension in your eyes or face or the whole body, just try to expand it, relax it. And once you have had enough, just release it, breathe in or out slowly. Nothing more, just breathing in and out. Pausing the breath again. Paying attention to what's happening within. There is a little contraction, just relaxing it, opening it. Releasing it again, either breathing in or breathing out. Nothing more, just being with the breath. There is a feeling of joy, contentment, nourishment, appreciation for this breath. Pausing it again. relaxing any tension that body may be creating, being absolutely still. And release the breath. Once you are ready, bring the attention to the navel and imagine the breath is rising from the navel, coming towards your heart and expanding. The next breath rises towards the heart and the heart lotus opens. Beautiful lotus opening at the heart and closes as the breath goes out. In breath opens the lotus, out breath closes the lotus, holding this imagery in your mind. Next, in breath opens the lotus. We keep it open. Keep the lotus open. Let the breath come in and out on its own. Our attention is on the open lotus at the heart. Each petal in its perfection. Can almost visualize the outline of each petal. Dewdrops glistening. And the golden light filling the dome above the lotus of the heart. We pause the breath again and hold this image at the heart. Release the breath before we bring any tension. Now we think of our eyes being absolutely still. Pausing the breath, we let the mind rest in the center of the forehead. Stillness of the body, stillness of the breath, stillness of the eyes, stillness of the mind. Release the breath. Practice it a couple of times by pausing the breath, stilling the eyes and the mind. If the mind wanders, ask the breath. Think of your eyes being still. Mind returns to its seat at the center of the forehead. Then releasing the breath, keep breathing in and out while mind rests. Sometimes even light emerges from your third eye as the mind quiets down. Mentally, we bow to that light within us and gently open our eyes. Thank you for taking this time. It's a beautiful morning here. The sun is shining. After weeks and months of cold, warm weather is outside. Boats floating on the river, people clad in yellow life jackets. All kinds of things are floating in the river. But the river is not stagnant. Makes me think of our life. All kinds of logs are floating in our life, the river of life, in the form of troubles, difficulties, wishes, desires, happiness, unhappiness, success, failure. But the river of life never gets stagnant. Whenever we feel stuck, life seems hard. As long as we keep holding this thought in our mind, it will pass. A new moment will come. And we make little effort towards whatever is in front of us. That blockage opens up. Things begin to flow. It is said, Sab din hot na ek samana. All the days of one's life are never the same. We get into trouble if we hold on to something and keep wishing for it to be exactly the same. The nature, it's flowing, it's changing. The water in the river is never the same. Yes, it looks like a river, but the water is not the same. It's a new water every moment. What is gone is gone. Sometimes we attach our mind to what is gone. And in that attachment, we fail to appreciate what is here now. This is why in yogic traditions, it's always talked about to stay in appreciation of what is now. If our mind is here, in appreciation of what is here now, it has no time to go out in the past or the future. So it's really about training our mind. What am I thinking about all the time? We are very fortunate if we are able to stop wherever the mind is flowing, stop, take a step back, take a deep breath. Those of you who have been listening to me for years, this is one of my favorite teachings, that no matter what is happening, stop, energetically take a step back and take a deep breath. This stopping, pulling back, and taking that deep breath brings us back to ourself, who we are, the part of the self that you just experienced a few minutes ago by being still. Pausing the breath. You have been noticing for over the last few years, I put lots of emphasis on the breath, pausing the breath, stilling the breath, holding the breath. If you ask me, what do I really worship? I worship Prana, the life force, Prana Vayu. We are looking for something. We have no idea what we are looking for. We create an image in our mind. We create the image of gods and goddesses and deities. We create temples, cathedrals. We go and worship there. But really, if we look at it carefully, what are we looking for? Nobody has seen those images that they worship. Yet we create the image, we create the statue, we create, and then we go and do all these things. The real thing that's keeping us alive, that is the connection between the known and unknown. It's right here. Prana, the life force. If you want to find something in the river, in the bottom, you have to dive in. And how do you dive? First, you hold your breath, close your eyes, go deep. This breath that comes in is not just the air that's coming in and going out. There is a special energy that comes imbued in the breath. That is prana, prana shakti. And as the breath comes in, that prana shakti is absorbed in our body, and the residue, the leftover, goes out with the out breath. Very subtle reaction is happening with each breath. Just think about it. Sometimes you're sitting with your eyes open or closed, doesn't matter. But being in the awareness that this breath that has come in, it's leaving something within me, and the rest is going out. With each visitation, this Divine Mother, Pranamayi Bhagavati, brings something to us, leaves with us, and then goes out. So much is happening within us with each breath. Each breath brings us the gift. Are we aware of it? No, because we are thinking of some imaginary thing that we want or we wish for or we have lost or we want to create and all that. All that is happening. Our mind is out there. We are running with our mind constantly. Spiritual practice is all about finding yourself, being with yourself, appreciating the gift that we have already been given. No joy is greater than the joy of finding ourselves, being with ourselves, not with our hungry self. There is a hungry self too. All the senses are constantly dragging us out. Nice thing to see, nice things to hear, nice things to eat, taste, touch, smell. All the sense organs. Indriya dwar jharokha nana ajahata sur keen asthana. All these senses are like the windows through which we are constantly flowing out. And they're demigods as gatekeepers, and they're very hungry. They see the food coming in, they open the door. Yogi says, close the door. So you can stay home. If we want to find ourselves, if we want to find that inner richness, we have to stay home. Nowadays, people live as if they don't like being with themselves. We need constant stimulation. That hunger for the stimulation becomes less the more we sit with us, practice with this prana, life force, pause the breath, enjoy being there. Restless mind will come and say, oh, that's enough, that's too much for me, I cannot do this. It's a very natural thing. But as you keep practicing, there comes a time something opens up inside. Something opens up inside and it's, now you don't want to disturb that. And the day you experience that, you have really found a gem by diving in the river. It's a little difficult, but it's not impossible. It's not impossible. Please know that mind is in the habit of running out, running out, running out. It's a habit. It's an addiction. Whenever you try to break an addiction, everything throws tantrum. And if we give in to that tantrum, then we are never going to get out of that. So with patience, perseverance, we keep practicing. Mind will say, no, I don't feel like doing this. It will have all the excuses that you don't want to sit. When I was growing up, I was taught, if any new habit you want to bring in, do it in the morning. And if you want to deepen your meditation practice, I recommend do it first thing in the morning. As soon as you wake up, sit on your bed. Sit on your bed. Be comfortable. Stretch your leg out, because has been telling us, oh, my knees hurt, so I can't sit, so I won't meditate. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. Stretch out your leg. Lean on the back head of your bed. Be still. Enjoy the breath. Enjoy it. You have to pay attention to suggestions of your mind. Whenever you sit to practice, what is your mind telling you? An indisciplined mind will always tell you why it is difficult, why you should not be doing it. There is something better you could be doing, or something worse will happen if you didn't get up and take care of it. And the most powerful of all will say, I'm different. It's not for me. I would rather dance and sing and jog and do exercise. Do all those, they're good, but this is also important. Those other things are good for your mind, a body, but this is the only thing that you could really do for the mind. If you have been trying to bring little meditation practice, I recommend doing it first thing in the morning. Some people have very elaborate schedule that I have to get up and do all this and then take a shower and then do my puja and then I meditate. Sometimes a little difficulty comes in there and everything gets thrown off, so you don't have time to meditate. I recommend you do it in your bed before you leave your bed. If you have a schedule that's working, please don't break it. But if you have not, and your mind keeps coming up with these suggestions, I recommend do it first thing in the morning before you leave your bed. And you don't have to do anything very complicated. Just be still, take a few deep breaths, pause it. When you are pausing, your body will throw tantrum because it's not used to. That's okay. I'm aware of that tantrum, and I'm also saying I will start it after 30 seconds. But enjoy that 30 seconds. You will notice in the beginning, everything begins to stiffen inside. Face becomes stiff, body becomes tight. Holding that awareness of tightness Again, a suggestion comes, I'm going to relax it without letting out the breath. Holding the breath, you are aware of discomfort, bringing a suggestion of making it comfortable, and then releasing the breath. It's a very normal phenomena that happens to everybody. When we try to bring these kind of things, everything tightens. And then it wants a release. And in that release, the mind already has an idea that, okay, you'll end and you'll go to do something else. But if we don't, with that, we hold back. This is practice. And I'm speaking from experience. I have not read it in a book. I'm not quoting you a scripture. We can read all the books and watch everything, but it's all useless until we try and practice it. Practice, practice, practice. And by doing these kind of practices, we bring our attention to ourselves. And once our attention comes to ourselves, that's deep within us. All the difficulties, troubles, and logs floating, and this and that, they will continue, but I will know how to navigate. I don't become totally stuck. It's good to see you. Thank you for listening. The message of today is all about paying attention to yourself, to your practice. How can you deepen your practice? I'm not going to say anything new. I just want to emphasize the need to take this time in a very simple way. It doesn't, you don't need to Google it. You don't need to go to a seminar about it. You don't need to read a book. May I able to do what I already know? You know this much, that breathing is good for you. Stilling your mind is good for you. So start there. You don't need anything more. Experience that peace, even for 5 minutes, all by yourself, without any props. I have people who come to me, yes, Babaji, I meditate, but my battery was down and I couldn't play the app. You don't need an app to meditate. You just need to be without anything, no support. Niralamb, without any support. It's simple, it's not complicated. It's about giving ourselves permission to do it. The mind, indisciplined mind, has all those excuses. Will keep telling us why it's not, I can't do this, I'm difficult, it is difficult, I'm different, my needs are different. I don't get all that. If we have to do something, we can do it. And we must do it to honor this life. I bow to that Pranamai Bhagavati. I bow to that life force that is very tangible, very real, that's within us, with us all the time. So hopefully today you will find a moment to just take a breath of appreciation for this breath, for this life force. Thank you all. I would love to hear if you have anything on your mind.